Hello, everybody. It is Press Buttons. Welcome to another episode for the Tech Podcast with Press Buttons. I am so glad that y'all can view me today. So, welcome back to another Tech Weekly. This is Tech Weekly number 15 now. I'm sorry about last week. You're probably wondering why there's two tech weeklies out this week. That is because I was having some technical difficulties, so we are back and running. So that's why I had two published um, to make up for it from last week. But today we're going to be talking about some things that's going on. So for those who do not know, Apple turns 50 years old this year, and Apple was founded on April 1st, 1976. Yes, April Fool's Day. And we're going to be getting um there was so what's it called? Tim Cook wrote a letter and it says 50 years of thinking different. And this is everything that Tim Cook said. It says, quote, 50 years ago in a small garage, a big idea was born. Apple was founded on the same on the simple notion that technology should be personal and that belief radical at the time changed everything. April 1st marks 50 years of Apple, from the first Apple computer to the Mac, from iPod to iPhone, iPad to Apple Watch and AirPods, as well as the services we use every day: the App Store, Apple Music, Apple Pay, iCloud, and Apple TV. We spent 5 decades rethinking what's possible and putting powerful tools into people's hands. Through every breakthrough, one idea has guided us: that the world is moved forward by people who think different. That's because progress always begins with someone, an inventor or scientist, a student or storyteller who imagines a better way, a new idea, a different path. The Spirit has guided Apple from the start, but it has never belonged to us alone. Every invention we bring into the world is just the beginning of a story. The most meaningful chapters are written by all of you, the people who use our technology to work, learn, dream, and discover. You've made breakthroughs and launched businesses. You've cheered up loved ones in the hospital and captured your toddler's first steps. You've run marathons, written books, and rekindled friendships. You've chased your curiosity, found your new favorite song, and shared stories that connect us all. In your hands, the tools we make have improved lives and sometimes even saved them. And that is what inspires us. Not what technology can do alone, but everything you can do with it. At Apple, we are more focused on building tomorrow than remembering yesterday. But we couldn't let this milestone pass without thanking the millions of people who make Apple what it is today. Our incredible teams around the world, developer community, and every customer who has joined us on this journey. Your ideas inspire our work. Your trust drives us to do better. Your stories remind us of all we can accomplish when we think different. If you've taught us anything, it's that the people crazy enough to think they can change the world are the ones who do. So here's to the craziest ones: the misfits, the rebels, the troublemakers, the round pegs in the square holes, the ones who see things differently. Here's to you, signed Tim Cook, end quote. I feel like that is a really, really good note of Tim Cook, that Tim Cook note wrote. I feel like that's just really, really well thought out. And I think that is an absolutely beautiful choice of words that he decided to use. Um, but yeah, so they did actually have a party. They had a party at the Grand Central Terminal in New York City. They had an Alicia Keys performance. Um, Apple did invite media creators and guests, um, and of course the Apple executives, including Tim Cook, attended. Um, so yeah, so Apple will be turning 50 years old in about 2 weeks, which I think is, or sorry, no, about 3 weeks. I think it's, yeah. 2 to 3 weeks. So I think that's actually crazy that they've gone this far. It's like, yeah, actually got 2 weeks. Yeah, I'm right, 2 weeks. 2 weeks and 2 days. No, yeah, yeah, somewhere around. Yeah, we'll just say about around 2 weeks. Um, but yeah, it's crazy how much technology has evolved over the course of time. Back then, Alexander Graham Bell invented the telephone, and it looks nothing like we have today. We go from a telephone to where you have to hold this little ear cup in your ear and also talking to a machine. We also go actually no, actually all starts at the telegraph where you send Morse code people to the first telephone, to a rotary phone, to a payphone, to like your regular old home phone, to a cell like the first ever cell phone, into now these smartphones that can do anything that you possibly want it to do. And I just cannot believe how much the technology has evolved over the years. We now have robots. We now have robots that can actually do things for us. And I just really think that's really, really cool. Of course, there are some risks to it, but I think that is just absolutely amazing. And I think it's just so cool how much Apple has actually, changed over time. The Vision Pro, AirPods, AirTags, they just done such a great job with all of the products they've announced over these years and all these products that I've been talking about. So congratulations, Apple and Tim Cook and on the whole Apple team for turning 50 years old in just a few weeks. Um, Also, I did want to talk about. Of course, I need to do some more research on it. But the MacBook Neo, so the MacBook Neo, the MacBook Pro with the M5 Max and the M5 Pro chip, the MacBook Air with the M5, the iPhone 17e, the Studio Display XDR, and also the iPad Air, has come out this week. It came out this Thursday, or sorry, this Wednesday. So it came out on Wednesday. Um, and so everything's out. You can get all your products now. Go pick them up at an Apple store. And I want to talk about the MacBook Neo. I've seen some clips of people actually using it, and I've heard that it runs Final Cut Pro incredibly, incredibly good. And I just think that's just really, really amazing. The fact that it is able to run a video editing software, because I did see that it does have an 8 gigabyte RAM, which is kind of standard, and they are 100%, excuse me, but they are 100% they're 100% outdoing companies now. Um, I was listening to 9 to 5 Mac Daily, and they were talking about how um, the CEO of Asus actually is wanting to compete with Apple to make a better product for a better price. And because right now Apple's actually taking the lead. People were really praising the MacBook Neo. There's been a lot of great things about it, and I do want to see comparison test. One thing I have seen about it is someone powered the new MacBook Air with the M5 chip. They powered it on, from power off mode. So they turned it on. It took 12 seconds to boot up all the way. The MacBook Neo, it only took, well, it was a little bit slower, of course, but still pretty fast for what it is. It's 17 seconds, which wasn't that bad. So it's only a 5 second difference that it has, which is not much. So relatively somewhere kind of close if you want to think about it like that. I think that's really, really amazing to see. And I just think it's really, really cool how now everyone can get a MacBook because all of the MacBooks are incredibly expensive. I'm talking they start at $1,000. Now you can get one for just $600, which I think is just absolutely amazing. Now, if y'all hear some echoing going on, I'm actually in the gym. I'm on vacation. I'm at the beach, and we leave. As you're listening to this, I'm actually probably home. Um, but yeah, it's great. Um, but yeah, so I think it's just so cool how much tech has, now that a MacBook has is now powered by a an iPhone chip. I think it's actually crazy because I feel like computers have more processing power, and they do. They do have more processing power than like an actual phone does. So the fact that the iPhone, not even the iPhone 17 Pro chip, the iPhone 16 Pro chip is able to do more. Um, is able to do actually a good bit of stuff on there. And people were kind of like, I saw a comment. I was watching iJustine's video, and there's a guy that was kind of talking trash about that MacBook Neo. And what he said is he said that it cannot run Canva or Spotify or just web browsing all in one like all like tabs open. And so I just did that. She opened Canva, she opened Spotify, she opened, Safari or whatever, and they were all running just fine, no lagginess, nothing. So I just think it's really, really cool how Apple is able to, do all that. So now you got this incredibly cheap MacBook now. I'll hopefully be going to the Apple store at some point. I don't know when, but I will try to go at some point. Um, Yeah, I'll find a time to go. Now, something I do want to say today, actually, that I got by the time we're recording this, I got offered a job at AMC. They got back to me, and of course, I signed it, and now I'm officially going to be working at AMC. I don't know when my start day is, but I am so so happy. So, um, if y'all want to show some love, just be supporting me, you know, for my job and all that, just please follow me. I on my podcast. I'm so happy I actually got it. Movies, y'all not know, tech is a huge thing that I love talking about. But I also love movies. If you didn't know, I have a podcast called The Next Watch with Press Buttons. Go check that out if you're someone that is a fan of movies as well. I talk, all the movies that I see. It's great. It's a great podcast. Go check them out. I watch trailers and you get to see my first reaction to the trailers. I have to have so much self control. Like when a trailer comes out, I have to wait to do a podcast just for the viewers, so people can see my reactions. Um, yeah, it's amazing. So go watch my podcast, The Next Watch with Press Buttons. I really really appreciate it. And yeah, I'm gonna be working there. So of course, I'm hoping that my schedule won't be as tight. I'm hoping that Tech Weekly won't come to an end. It may just have to be, us different, day. It may not be on a Friday, it may have to be on like some certain other day. Um, it may have to be Sundays because I feel like Sundays I might not have, like on a weekend. Because I want to do it on a weekend so that way, like, I get to talk about all the tech in a week, Um, so I'll have to figure that out. Which I'll let y'all know ahead of time. I always will. And I do have a lot of content. I have videos on my phone of some content, but I do need to go ahead and publish it. So I will be posting that within over the next few days. I'll probably do it. I do have a 6 hour car ride tomorrow, so I'll definitely do it during that time. Excuse me. The pollen's here. I'm telling you, it's a lot. I am gonna do. I'm gonna do a podcast this week. Um, if I do have time. If I do have time, it may have to be the week after because I am actually in a play. And yes, I am in a play. I don't think y'all would have expected me for y'all to hear that, but I am in a play, and I gotta go and head back out to my room. But I am in a play. It's called Once Upon a Mattress. It's at my school. It's next week, next the 20th and the 21st. So I'll definitely so it'll be kind of questionable if I can even do a podcast then or not. Um, but anyway, guys, I am so 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 excited. But I am gonna do a podcast on Strava. I've been using it, and I really really enjoy it. So just expect a podcast maybe sometime. And maybe I can maybe do it sometime during this weekend. I don't know. But I do have some, homework to catch up on. But anyway, I have to go ahead and go. But thank you all so much for tuning in to the tech um the tech podcast press button. Thank you for tuning in on this other next tech weekly. And yeah, thank you all everybody for listening. I hope you all have a great day, everybody. Bye bye.